why I started talking in that tone of voice, but it's been a long day. How's everybody doing out there? John, how you doing? You're on the right of me today.
Doing good, man.
Yeah,
Doing
you're looking good. Looking
Thank
good
you,
down
brother.
in the Annapolis Valley.
That's right. Must be the
Yeah.
air up here and the foot of snow.
yeah. Well, we got a great guest to start off the episode for us tonight, John. A guy coming out of Ontario, a guy who's been following our promotion for a while, and a talented athlete, kind of musician, actor, producer, director, kind of a guy, all from Ontario. So, Nikki Heinrichs, how you doing, my man?
Hey, how's it going, boys? Thanks for having me.
Nice, awesome.
Thanks for coming on, man. Good
Yeah,
to meet
yeah.
you.
Yeah, how's the weather in Ontario?
It's not too bad. As you can see, I'm outside right now, so it's pretty good. I can kick it. Before we start, I just want to say to you guys, I'm sending my love and positivity your way to the maritime community, to province of Nova Scotia. Everything that's happening with you guys is just absolutely insane, and just all the love to you guys right now. All the love.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nikki, man, I've looking on your Facebook and that, just checking you out, man. It's like it looks like you're into everything. Like
I do everything, man.
Yeah, man.
I
Get
do
into it.
Everything.
Tell us what you do, man.
I do everything, man. I make films, I make music, I do martial arts, you name it. Just anything that I can do creatively, I do. I write for websites, MMA writing, music writing, reviewing stuff like that. I guess it all got started with music. I started music when I was 15. Played with bands like Lexus on Fire, Silverstein, guys like that. From the Burlington area. I'm from St. Catharines, so we all kind of grew up together. So I was playing with those guys. Kind of moved into crazy fucking stories with those cats. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, we
insanity.
Might do this again someday and get into
it. Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
But yeah, I moved myself into the filmmaking, just trying new things, always trying new stuff, and whatever panned out. But I've always been a lifelong martial artist, and looking to take that to the next step now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's, you're just driven by creativity, obviously, eh? And you're one of those guys that, look, I think this would be fun, or I can kind of pour some energy into this. I'm going to do it, and you do it.
Hell yeah, man!
It's awesome, man. Like I was, just looking around now. It looks like you're in a couple bands. I checked out the Among Monsters. Like the stuff's tight. Yeah. It's really good, man. It's really cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I see you're playing like different instruments, and you're doing vocals and everything else.
I love it. I love life, man. I love this shit. If you're not trying new stuff, you're not living. What the hell are you doing?
Hell yeah, man.
What are you doing? Sitting on a couch? You're working a job that you probably hate. Do something. Get a hobby. Go out there and fucking have some fun.
Yeah, man. Happiness is important, right? Sorry,
absolutely, man.
How dare you? By the way, John, let's go back a little bit. You what a creep. Man, holy shit! Like I've been checking you out.
Yeah, man. Look them up.
Like
I like to know who I'm talking to.
That's good. I like that, John.
That's awesome.
It's true though. He mentioned that you're involved in a lot of different things, and much like John's very similar, and it's important to keep busy and keep positive. Yeah, that's it, right? You're actually kind of one the same, right? Like fighting, tattoos, music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm into a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I creeped John's Tapology.
Did I start a bromance? Is this a bromance right here? This is good.
Oh man. I don't even think my Tapology's up to date. I should look into that, man.
Fuck Tapology.
We were fighting at Barrie Lions Club.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, that's
fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah. What's your connection to Nova Scotia? Sorry, John.
No, it's all good, man.
What's your connection to Nova Scotia, Nikki?
I actually have some family in Pictou out there. I was talking to you, Derek, about that. The porters out there. I'm not sure if you have any contact with them at all, but that's my family out there.
Like J.R. Porter. I think that I asked you that. J.R. Porter. I know J.R. Melissa Porter.
I know my two cousins out there, but there's like a bunch of them. Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know. I need to get out there soon and go see them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Getting into the martial arts thing. So I know you and Derek have talked about maybe you coming out and fighting for FLA at some point, which would be deadly. You've obviously been training for a little while. I don't know the backstory there. I'm looking forward to hearing it, but you're looking to make your amateur debut in MMA is what I'm understanding, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Get into it. Where are you training and who are you training with?
I'm looking to kick it off, man. So I guess it would start with, like I said, lifelong martial artist. Started when I was younger with Kempo karate. Everyone starts with karate.
Yeah.
Found jiu-jitsu when I was about 13.
Oh, wow.
And just fucking lost my mind. I was like, holy, you can do this to people? Like, you don't even have to hit them.
Yeah.
Just absolutely blew my mind, fell in love with it, and continued from there. I never really got into the MMA until maybe mid-20s. I'm 30, so mid-20s I got into the MMA. I was always that guy that was like, oh, fucking, I'm a real martial artist. I do jiu-jitsu and shit like that, fucking taekwondo. I just thought MMA was beer guzzling, fucking just rednecks. Hey, how you doing? Fucking punch you in the face type dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my buddy, he brought me to an MMA class, and I met my first crew, and he kicked the shit out of me.
No doubt.
Pretty much. And yeah, I fell in love with it.
Nice.
Absolutely fell in love with it. From there on, got my ass kicked pretty much every day, and here I am now. I tried to get fights all last year. I had like three opponents pull out. And then this year, I was supposed to make my debut with MFL in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Corona.
Yeah, man.
2 days before.
Fights, man.
It sucks, man, especially in Ontario. Like, you have to spend money and go out there. And
I don't think there's any amateur, is there?
No, there's nothing out here. There was a Pancration, like, MMA event, War of Gods, back in March. But other than that, nothing, man. You have to go to Quebec, Alberta.
Yeah. It's
and
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, yeah, there you go. But the thing about going to Quebec and Alberta and stuff is that you're fighting like in casinos and native land, right? So it's make of that what you will.
Yeah, well, that's John, I don't know if you know much about MFL or not, but they've been putting on shows forever. They're old Montreal Maz. You've
mentioned them to me a few times, yeah.
It's the Montreal scene is very similar. I don't know, man. I don't know much about the Ontario scene, to be completely honest. And truthfully, I don't know much about the Montreal scene, the Quebec scene, but it seems like there's just a lot of fucking disarray, like people fighting behind the scenes, and
it's craziness.
Well, out here, I will say that about, all our promotions out here, out east, like everyone's civil and gets along, and
yeah, man.
It makes for a huge thing. And opportunity out here hasn't been the greatest, and that's not because people haven't got along. It's because a number of factors. Again, Nikki, on the East Coast, it's not like downtown Toronto and John. Clubs are farther apart. Everything's a lot harder on the East Coast, and that's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Don't have the same population density and all that.
Yeah.
So you're training at Canadian Top Team. Correct.
Yeah, Canadian Top Team. I just hooked up with these guys, actually, because my crew passed away last year, I believe. So I've kind of been in limbo looking for different teams. I went to that Tyendinaga. I'm Mohawk native, so I was just scrapping with my Rez brothers and all that down there. Went and found Donnie Muntz here in Barrie. He showed me some spins and blew my goddamn mind.
Nice.
Fell in love with the guy, just the way that he spoke talk. Unfortunately, it was right before all of this pandemic hit, so I haven't had a chance to. I've had like one session with the guy. We're still in communication, waiting to get back there and get some stuff done. But he's an amazing, amazing, amazing coach. Does a lot of stuff with Gary Goodridge. You guys remember him? Big Daddy.
Yeah, absolutely. How's he
the
doing?
Man. He's great, man. Fantastic human being.
Good.
Yeah, a dangerous one too.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask you. You're film a lot of stuff. You've done a lot of film stuff.
Yeah.
Like kind of horror, kind of zombie stuff.
Yeah.
What like even with people from the Dawn of the Dead and that kind of stuff. What is it with the whole zombie thing? What the fascination from people?
I don't know, man. I think people just love that gore horror. They want to see someone get fucking ripped open. We're human beings. We love it. We're animals. We're animals. We want to see that stuff. We want blood. We want blood. You don't want blood?
No, man.
Everybody
I'm a fight
wants
promoter,
blood.
and I still don't. I'm like, oh, no, good. Like, just joke them out. I'm good. Like, I think the movies, like, I think the movies are great, and I can watch them all day.
Yeah.
But like, I'm amazed by the fascination with it, John?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a global phenomenon. There's just so much of that stuff out these days. And I mean,
people love it.
I was reading the Walking Dead comics years ago, and the comics are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
fantastic.
They kind of ruin all the shows for you, really.
Yeah.
They're so much better, I thought,
It does, yeah, it really does.
But yeah, it's been done 1,000 times, and we've seen some crazy stuff. I mean, one crazy movie I saw on Netflix recently, not to like get into movies on the podcast, but there's this movie called The Platform. It's a foreign language film. Check it out.
Okay, see, I haven't checked it out yet.
Shit. Yeah.
What category is that under?
Like suspense horror, I guess, but it's just pretty. It's
like some trippy
movie.
Shit, right?
Yeah, it's like you haven't seen anything like it. It was a brilliant idea, and it's like just watch it, just check it out.
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
It's pretty dark, but it's well done. It'll keep your attention.
Right on.
Well, now more than ever, I guess you have so many options. You think about it now, you have Netflix, Crave, Amazon Prime, cable,
Shudder.
YouTube, Plus, Hulu.
Yeah.
I could sit there on YouTube and find I got fascinated with these, and this might be a little embarrassing to say, but cruise videos. Like this cruise couple, and they would have like a nightly cruise show, and they're like, hey, welcome to the Lolita Cruise Show. I'm Jenny.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! It was mind blowing. It was terrible, but I was like addicted to it, and I got my girlfriend into it. We'd sit and watch it, and it's amazing what you can find on the internet, eh? Like
it is. This
I get lost on the YouTube, man.
Oh, right? You could spend months on there, but
it's brutal. Wormholes.
This quarantine would be a lot harder without Wi-Fi, man. I got to say that.
Yeah.
With all the streaming and with all the content online, it's definitely...
Agreed, man. I hate to admit it, but I need my internet. I need 100%. I need it. I can't live without that shit.
To know the ratio of how many babies would be born with internet and without. If there's no internet, everyone's just scrolling. They're sitting beside, like we do. You're sitting on the couch beside each other, scrolling Instagram.
Yeah.
One another every once in a while. Back to your phone.
Yeah,
no Wi-Fi, you'd be forced. You'd be like, let's do something, right?
Let's go. Let's create.
Let's get some exercise. Quarantine babies everywhere.
Oh man.
Yeah. What do you like to eat, Nikki?
Me, I eat chicken and broccoli, man, every day.
No shit.
Every fucking day.
I'm so
legit. I was to be honest with you, last year when I was starting to try to get these fights and whatnot, I was so out of shape.
Yeah.
And I was drinking a lot of alcohol. Actually, I'm like 4 months sober from alcohol now. I said, fuck that. Don't need that stuff anymore. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I got rid of all that stuff. I cleaned up my diet and really, really, really started to focus on my health.
So important, man. Like I gotta say, that's one thing, John. I don't know how you feel about this, but like, if I have one drink, and I'm not a UFC athlete by any means, but I have one drink the next day, I go to the gym, and I feel it as soon.
You feel it, man. Yeah.
Up every time. If I don't drink, I'm feeling great. As soon as I have one drink, it's not good. So,
yeah, I find as I get older, it definitely is more noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nikki, so you're 30 now. You said you started training jiu-jitsu when you were 13.
Yeah.
Did you train steady for 17 years?
No, not steady. There was there was a little break in between. I think about 3 years where I didn't train, and that was 25 to 28.
Okay.
Sorry, 24 to 27.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was, because 2017 is when I really started going hard with the MMA.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so like the past 3 years.
Like, are you belted up or?
Yeah. I have a purple belt, but I haven't really been doing much gi stuff, to be honest. I've been focusing on the no gi. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the MMA guys will focus.
Yeah,
on no
it just just like when I'm rolling in the gi and then I'm not rolling in a gi, I have certain little.
Of course. Yeah.
Little quirks.
It's been a long time since I put the gi on.
Yeah.
I gotta say. I trained down with trolling them, but
yeah,
it's fucking depressing not being with your brothers and sisters and training and like getting each other ready for fights. It's absolutely depressing. I choke up every time that I talk about it with people. It's
brutal.
I don't know what to do.
It's not easy.
I know.
But it's tough. I'm enjoying getting fat. I gotta say, like I'm not.
Oh yeah. Besides the chicken and broccoli, I'm eating tons of maple cookies. So.
I've been working on. I've been working on like Chips Ahoy's, like. But
there you go.
You got to keep busy. I think for me, I said to myself, I've always been kind of around the same weight for the last little bit, and I said if I can come in 5 pounds under that by the time this is over, I'm laughing and I'm gonna do it. So hey,
absolutely, man.
Well, eating cookies.
I'm going the other direction. I'm doing the same thing, man. Trying to take advantage of this time. I want to go back to the gym and be like, "You're all dead."
Yeah, there you go.
Guess we put on 15 pounds of muscle. Let's go.
So what do you got for a future, Nikki? Other than MMA, man, are you gonna keep going in the film stuff, music stuff?
I think for now it's gonna be music and MMA. The film stuff I can always do whenever I kind of feel like it. It's just kind of a passion stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
The music I'll continue with. I have a new band right now, Cleavage. Shout out to my bros.
Nice.
We're doing some kick-ass stuff right now, like some real heavy trio stuff. But other than that, music, MMA. That's it.
Nice, man. Have you been putting feelers out to any other promotions? Like, are you talking to MFC right now about fighting after this is over? Or
I haven't spoken to them really. I'm just trying to get some like writing pieces together for a couple websites and really just doing my thing out here, working, staying ready. Like I usually walk around at 175. I'm 165 right now. Like I'm ready to go.
Nice, man.
Good for you, man. That's smart. I mean, I think when this is over, it could. I don't know if it'd be a quick transition or a long transition, but I think
that's the thing, right?
There's going to be opportunities for those who are ready.
For sure, staying lean and mean, man.
Yeah.
There certainly is going to be opportunities. And that's the thing, John, like you and I spoke about it before, whether we want to wait until certain people, you're going to have a product, whether you wait a month for people to actually get in there and train, or whether you schedule it 2 weeks after or whatever. But regardless, the product might not be the same, but I think people would eat it up regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think there's a lot of people staying in shape, man. Guys we've talked to and people I see online, even if they're by themselves or if they've got one training partner they're working with, or a lot of the guys that fight have access to their gyms, whether they're closed down, so they can go in and train by themselves. So
most people that I'm in contact with are still training their asses off right now.
Nice,
it hasn't stopped for them. So
yeah,
I am jealous.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Well, awesome. Well, I got to thank you for joining us, Nikki. You've been a great guy for following us here from Ontario. You've been a super supportive guy, always being positive and sending good vibes, dude. And hopefully we can get you on a future card. If it's not the second one, hopefully it can be the third. You never know what's going to happen. You might not be able to come Ontario. Who knows?
Yeah, I know that's the thing right now, right?
Yeah, that's
God
the thing.
Damn it.
We might have to just get guys from like out back of the bars to fight on our cards. You just never know, right? Actually, there'll probably be no bars in the future. It'll be all virtual Zoom drinks by all.
That's right.
There you go.
It's going to be a boring ass world, but we're going to put on fights regardless. So any quick shout outs you want to give us before we bring on our boys from the Quartantine Cup?
Oh yeah. Shout out to my team. Shout out to my coach Donnie. Shout out Gary Goodrich. Shout out everybody else who's been supporting me. My fiance, girlfriend, they are PSWs fighting this shit on the front lines. So shout out to all of the MMA community. We got this. Keep fucking grinding. Stay happy. Stay healthy.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well
there
put.
You go. There you go. Well
Good
put.
To meet you, man.
Awesome.
Good to meet you, brother.
Folks. Keep it well. Keep it safe, my man. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers.
All right, my man.
Cheers, Nicky.
First guest of the night, folks. Great guy, Nicky Heinrichs. Let's move right away into our second guest. John, I know you don't know a lot about these guys. We spoke about them quickly this afternoon. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with these guys. I'm a big fan of charity work. I'm a big fan of people doing good things. I know you're feeling the same way about especially in real shitty, tough times like this. These two young guys kind of took it upon themselves. Mike and Kyle are their names, in a thing called the Quartantine Cup. So, you and I have organized things forever. What they did is they took 32 of their buddies. I would assume they're buddies. We'll find out the whole story here in a second because I don't know anything about them other than following them on Instagram. They took 32 people and they did this kind of beer pong virtual tournament, and they raised like $4,500 for Feed Nova Scotia and did amazing. Not Feed, Red Cross, I believe it was the Red Cross, and did really an amazing thing. They came out with like walkout entrances and all this kind of stuff.
Cool.
It was just really cool and really well done and really positive and well reviewed. So let's bring them on. Mike and Kyle.
Mike and Kyle. Kyle punching holes in drywall.
Gentlemen, how are you? How's things?
We're trying to stay positive during these tough times, that Nova Scotia is going through right now.
Good. Sorry, yeah, you're a little square there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Camera got a little.
I can fix it. There we go. Awesome, John. Welcome, boys. Welcome. So if anyone's following us here, this is the Quarantine Cup. Mike and Kyle, they took their time. They organized this, raised a lot of money. Where'd the idea come from, boys?
Honestly, we were just looking for something to do during the quarantine. We got all the boys, and we just said, let's do like a little flip cup tournament, a virtual flip cup tournament. We'll do it on Instagram Live. Maybe some people will tune in. Who knows? We didn't really think it would blow up this much.
Yeah.
And then once we heard about the tragedy that happened there last weekend, a couple of us knew the Constable Heidi Stevenson as well.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Killed in the line of duty. Yeah. So we just wanted to give back to the families in any way that we could. So we came up with the idea of making a bracket for people to fill out for $10 an entry.
Yeah.
And we would give the winner $150 with all other proceeds going to the families. And it just kind of blew up from there once we announced that.
Well, did it ever? Yeah. John, what do you think, John?
Well, how many entries did you end up having? Sorry.
118 brackets were entered.
118. So this must have went on for days, did it?
Yeah. And surprisingly, we announced it. It was only live for 5 days. And we ended up, so the first couple days were pretty slow. It was just the boys pitching in money, trying to get our families involved and everything, just people we know. And then word got around, and then in the last 3 days and the weekend that we were hosting it, that's when the proceeds started coming in, and Halifax Noise gave us a shout out, and that boosted us up a little bit. And so in the 2 days, the weekend, we actually made almost $2,000 just over that weekend of over probably 100 people tuning into our live videos, watching. We have a ton of DMs from people just saying, wow, thank you guys. You guys, just loving the support. So that kind of fueled us to keep going. And it was nice to see how the Nova Scotia could all come together and support each other in these tough times.
No doubt.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I think it's about. Like, how old are you guys, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23. Yeah, I'm 21.
Yeah, me
too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you look at John.
Thank you.
No, it's to do something like that. It's such an unselfish act, and you guys were like, "Why do you want to talk to us?" And that just right away goes again to show like you're humble. You didn't do it for anything but to raise some money. Like, it's not to talk to people like us. It's not to get your face out there. It was just a genuine act of kindness. And in that regard, that's why you deserve to talk and have your story told, because it's not going to end here. That's just something you've probably been doing for your whole lives and are going to continue to do, man. So kudos to both of you guys. And I think it is a fantastic story, and hopefully you'll do more. Is that the plan?
Yeah, we trying to think of what to do next. Yeah, we have a little something in the works. We have a couple people sending us messages. We sent what do the viewers want to see next? I know this one was huge because everything that's going on, but our main goal behind this is to spread at least a little bit of positivity with this, everything going on right now. Everything.
I mean, how fun would it be to be involved in a tournament like that right now, too?
And
right?
that's the thing. We have like people tune in. It's a lot of people. Like we had, it's weird to say, but we had like fans following us. Like,
yeah, I was one of them boys. I was one of them. I'm telling you.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the beauty of life, though. Like, look, here we are talking. Like, I'm 40 years old. John's fucking 78 years old. We're all sitting here talking, but we're both like entrepreneurs. We're both entrepreneurs, and I think it's an incredible thing. And hopefully you continue, because you should be proud of yourself. In this kind of shitty time in the world, we need more people like you to do kind of things like that. And I've been part of many fundraisers, as John has too, and I've done like charity golf tournaments that took me 3 years. I did one for a thing called Pictou Roots for Youth, which was like kids who weren't kids and they weren't adults. They were in between 16 and 18 years old. And it took me 3 years to raise that amount of money. Wow. So, man, kudos to you guys. Hopefully it continues. Yeah. Any final questions for these studs, John?
Yeah. Can you give us any insight into what the next tournament will be so we can start practicing?
We'll definitely shoot you guys a message, and
come on, man. I'm very competitive.
Hey,
we love
it. I gotta say, like, your next events, if we can give a couple tickets to one of our events, say, John, as a prize or something, if that would help, by all means, let us know.
Cross promotion, guys. And push it out as far as we can. On
streaming, streaming. We can stream your event or something. We could do a big something. Who knows? But whatever you need help with.
We'll put it out on our channels, man. Get you guys some exposure.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, keep it up. Keep positive. Keep shining that positive light and being leaders in your community, guys. So thanks for joining us. Shout out to Kyle and Mike. Give them a follow on Instagram. Are you on Facebook as well?
Just Instagram right now. Quartantine Cup 20.
There you go. Cool. Quarantine Cup 20 on Instagram. Give them a follow. Lots of love to you guys. Be safe, and hope all your family's safe as well.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care, boys.
Yeah. There you have it, folks. Mike and Kyle from the Quarantine Cup. We had some issues there with our cameras switching around there. John, I lost you for a second, brought you back in. Then we switched the cameras up a little bit. People were probably getting dizzy, but we're back now. You're here. You're looking good. You're thirsty. I'm thirsty too. By the way, I'm still drinking. We don't have a sponsor. Just shout out to any of you. Throw that one away.
Chugga tea in my Bio Mixed Martial Arts mug. Chugga tea, buddy. Harvested it myself.
Chugga tea. Mushrooms.
Yeah. Hey, look, before we go any further, check out what came today, man. Can you see that? So our prototype shorts, we've been working on these new FLA fighter / swag shorts for like 2 months, and the prototype showed up today. Wow. So you got like red corner, blue corner, right? The black version. These are kick-ass, man. I'm super happy with them. And there's the white version, right? So that'd be the other corner. Yeah, they feel great. They look great. So super excited about these.
There you have it. What do you think about those, folks? Make sure you write in the comments, because maybe or maybe not, they may be for sale.
Yeah, check those out. Ba-boom. Anyway, we're still working, everybody. We're still making things happen.
That's
it. When we come back, it's going to be better than ever.
Well, that's it, man. Hopefully we can get some stuff going, but that's awesome. I love that. They look great, man. So hopefully we can get some of those up for sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you have a pair on right now? Or are you lying?
I don't know.
No? All right. do you have pants on at all?
Yeah, no.
No? All right.
No.
Me either. This is awkward. Let's get to our next guest and see if they have pants on. Our next guest, folks, our final guest tonight, a guy I've known for a hell of a long time. His name's Ashley George. A very, very talented guy, not just in music. He's an athlete. He's been involved in jiu-jitsu, skateboarding, soccer, basketball, you name it. He's competed in many, many sports. He's an entrepreneur. He owns a company called Black Belt Machete, which is a local skateboarding company. They do videos, sponsor local athletes, have a lot of clothing. Check them out on Instagram and stuff as well. But he's a good dad and a big part of our club. So let's bring him on. Hey, John?
Yeah, I was just saying, Black Belt Machete is a freaking cool name.
It is a cool name. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man?
Too much. What's up, boys?
How are you, sir?
I'm just
dream.
thinking about them shorts now. It's like, I need to get a pair of those. I'll let Derek wear it for a couple of years, and I'll get his hand-me-downs.
There you go.
I got his old ones. Remember?
There you go.
That's right too. What kind were those ones?
I think they're the same.
Oh, these are brand new. These just came in today. Look at this, man. These are custom. Boom.
They look. Oh, okay. Yeah.
They were really nice shorts too. They had a red one though. Yeah.
Yeah, I got them sewed up like.
Look good though.
Good. Yeah. I am wearing pants right now.
You are wearing pants?
Oh, I am as well. Look.
I'm in my 41, so I just wear jogging pants now.
Yeah. this is the first time I'm not wearing jogging pants on this show, I think.
Yeah.
It's funny because I remember when I was like in my teens, I'd be kind of embarrassed that my dad would be wearing jogging pants all the time. Like even when I was playing gigs, he'd be showing up at the bar with jogging pants. And now I'm 41, man. I'm like, I've been doing the same thing.
Get it.
Like,
I get it.
Boner pants, nothing better.
Oh, perfect, right? Everything's there. It's all out the table. Like,
hey, man.
You know what you're getting. Like,
nice bulge.
Nice bucks, buddy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, your dad. That brings me to one of my first questions, man. Like, you've been at the game, the music game, forever, dude. Like a long time since we were kids.
Oh yeah.
Family. That's another thing. Like. Always there at your gig.
Oh God, yeah.
It was a small gig or a big gig. They were always there, man. How important is family?
Big time. I definitely wouldn't have done it as long as I've been doing it, for sure. Like it's just, I see a lot of great musicians come up and, maybe they'll open up the show and they'll have nobody there supporting them, and then they just kind of drift away, right? Like you need that drive. Like it's something that you always need,
Yeah.
And my
mom always had it.
Yeah, like I couldn't imagine not having the support. Like that's what pushes you.
Absolutely.
You guys know exactly the same thing.
So. Doesn't matter what you're doing. It's really hard to push through something difficult or challenging.
You don't always believe in yourself. Like you question yourself, right? It's just like, should I do that? Should I do?
Of course.
Well, that's a thing. A lot of local people too. Like now that you bring it up, Ashley. Like how many people would think that locally? There's Ashley. You know what I mean? Like you're grinding, dropping CDs every year, putting out a CD, bands, putting out grinding. You know what I mean? Like people don't think. I hear about it myself too. People are like, you're a little bit. What are you hustling at now, or whatever? But man, like, you don't see the times you sit there and question yourself. Like, should I do this? Should I? Should we put ourselves out here like this right now? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you do, man.
Yeah, you're always questioning. You're always wondering about the negative side to everything. And, even when I write songs, like I'll write a song now and then I'll write it 3 or 4 times over the next couple months before I even show anybody. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I would just write a song and throw it out. It'd be out. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, But it's the way it goes.
Hey, man, you hold yourself to a high standard, right?
Oh, I'm trying. Yeah.
I gotta ask you though, this Black Belt Machete name is badass.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that, right?
Well, I had an idea. Like my father passed away in 2009. I started thinking of all the things that I wanted to get done in my life and all the things I talked about. I started, I want to do this now. I'm going to do that. And I always wanted to have a skateboard company because I grew up skateboarding and there wasn't really any local skate teams that actually, sponsored skaters and, put out their own brand, Yeah. So I was just trying to think of 2 words that I haven't heard together, or a couple words, and then for some reason Black Belt Machete just kind of came in my head, and I said it a couple times and I told it to a few different people, and then they're like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's wicked, man. I don't know. I like that.
Yeah, it works.
Catchy.
It's got a little bit of an edge to it for sure.
It's been around for a while. When did you started at? After?
It'll be 10 years in the fall. Yeah.
Wow.
But I have a lot of support too. Like I got Pro Skates and HAF and Truro and Limitless, like all the skate shops in Nova Scotia. They sell my boards and stuff, so I'm lucky that way.
So you're actually there building boards. You're not selling them.
No. I just I'll come up with an idea.
Yeah.
And I'll get an artist to draw it, idea on a board, and then we'll kind of go back and forth. Okay, maybe try this, try that, and then we'll come up with a design, and then I'll send the design to California, and then they press the boards, send them back.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wicked. So you get to just basically create these kick-ass looking boards.
Yeah.
And then the other shops sell them. And I don't know who owns Limitless now, but I used to be owned by this great guy, Evan Banks.
Yes.
And they used to sponsor me back when I was fighting like amateur.
Oh, nice.
That even. He was
he was a good guy.
Really good guy.
He's out west now, right? He's.
I don't even know. I haven't talked to him for years. I heard that he sold Limitless. Yeah. Awesome to hear Limitless is still going strong, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Yeah, no, he's a cool cat. Yeah.
Yeah, good dude.
That's one thing you've always been big on, Ashley, is local.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
You've always been like, you're kind of the poster boy yourself and Albert, and like there's a few other guys like poster boy for always supporting things and just being there to, you know, and how like it's so important, man. Like it's
it feels good to see other people doing good for me.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know if it was something just clicked in my head one day, but I just like, oh, you know, I'm always up for giving people chances to get up on the microphone or you know, share people's videos of their new songs, and you know, that's what it's all about.
Really, man. Goes around, comes around, and
I don't know I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember the tournament? It was my first jiu-jitsu tournament. Do you remember? Were you there? I can't remember where it was at. But anyway, the story was they called my name up, right?
Yeah.
So like, oh, there's my name. Fuck, I'm half excited, half nervous. This is really happening.
Yeah.
So I get
up. Oh man, I think I know exactly where this is going.
So I start walking towards the mat. I got like all my boys are there beside me, walking behind me. The closer I get to the mat, I notice the few of the boys are with me anymore, and like they caught on what was going on. So they're like, Ashley, George. So I get to the mat and I look over, and you're in the middle, just like confused look on your face. And then there was a girl in the other corner.
Yeah.
Just disgusted. She thought it was a girl, right? She was like,
oh shit.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I'm a guy.
Man.
Like,
yeah.
But everybody was all bummed out about it. Like, oh, now I don't get to fight. I was like, well, I'll fight you, I guess. Anyway, it's pretty funny.
Where was that at the Buy Open?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, man, I think it was because I remember that. I remember it happening, and you walked up, and I was like, "Oh no!" I put this poor dude in the women's division because his name's Ashley, right? Just being an idiot.
Well, it's probably funny. Predetermined because your wife's name's Ashley, so it's probably in your head all the time. Like, sorry, Ashley, to put you on the internet like that.
But. No, it's funny. It was hilarious.
It was funny. Luckily, everyone was cool about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who was the girl?
I have no idea, man.
I think I would have took her, though. I think I had her.
Well, you want a funny story? The first tournament I ever did, I'd been training jiu-jitsu for about 2 months. It was in the basement at Marmac where they used to have them before the scene just got too big to basically contain it.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Dan Vanderlands.
Yeah, man. Dan Vanderlands, man. He, anyway, it's in the basement there, and my first match ever in a jiu-jitsu tournament was against a girl. She was bigger than me, and she was a blue belt. And I had just started training, and I was like, there's no way I can lose to this girl, man.
Yeah.
And the only thing that saved me is I didn't know what I was doing. I'm waiting. And I drove up by myself. Like, there was no one coaching me. I was just going there for whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she went to take me down, and I did some sort of, like, scramble in the air, landed on top, and I happened to get the takedown points for that, and that's what won me the match.
Nice.
Man.
Oh, wow.
It was like oh, man. It was
painful. I'd be
but
interested in doing a survey if we asked every guy, just on an honest level, like, would it be okay for you as a man on your own to lose to a girl in a jiu-jitsu match?
No.
See, some people would be no, like me.
Well, you're not gonna be happy.
If I
back in the day, there was always women in the men's division. I mean, there wasn't a thing. There was no women's division until a few years ago. So, there was always girls fighting in the men's division. Nobody wanted to lose to them.
What do you think, Ash? This is a very controversial topic.
Hey, man, it is what you know.
I don't know. I seen a lot of scary girls rolling.
Oh, there's some girls that'll whoop your ass. There's no question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know for a fact, like, there's lots of women who do jiu-jitsu or anything that are 125 pounds that will kick my ass, and I'm a brown belt, and I'm not scared to say that. Like, women who really train, and
just a reality, man.
It's a reality, And any of those men sitting at home that are saying the opposite, like, I invite you to come. Even roll with a girl like Haley or Charlene.
Oh yeah.
Rex dudes twice the size.
I find their legs are a lot stronger when it comes to rolling. You know what I mean? If they get you in like a body lock or something like that, I'm just like
Yeah.
The only way to get out is the fish hook. You just get the tongue in there. And that's the only way out of the buddy lock. Yeah, it works every time.
Yeah,
every time.
Body lock.
Yeah, that's where he got the name. That's his jiu-jitsu nickname, Black Belt Machete. Yeah. Oh, here he comes.
When's the last tournament you competed in, Ash?
It was at New Glasgow. I think Jarrett put it on. No gi.
Was Andrew in your division? It was like a few of you guys from our club in the same division.
Yeah. I think there was me. Kenneth was in my division. I can't remember, but it was good. I remember I was exhausted after the first
you did
fight.
Well, I think though.
I did okay. I didn't win, but I mean, I did okay.
Yeah. Hey, you went out there and did it though, man.
Yeah, that's the big
all
thing,
of us
right?
know how. Like you and I are kind of in the same boat. Like we're not really competitors. We're kind of guys who do it just to. We love the sport and we love the camaraderie of it. But like by no means do I compete a lot. And I think I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. John's competed a lot more than both of us, but I always wondered, John, like or not John, Ashley, like why? Sorry, John. Why is there no like? And I think Mitch has tried it before with HAF. And you might have been involved at one point in Dartmouth or something. Why has no one done a big skate tournament outside in the summer?
Like a competition?
Like a big one.
They have them once in a while. Like I think I haven't heard one in a while, to be honest. Yeah. But no.
You think that the market would be there for that? Like
I just don't think anybody's putting it on. I know all the skate shops would donate for prizes and all that kind of stuff, but you need somebody to come in and,
run
a competition,
See, I look at that kind of stuff, John, and I look at our capabilities with Danny and stuff. Like, I look at that kind of stuff like it's such an open market, like where it comes of like motocross or skateboarding. Like, there's all these people like yourself, Ashley, and Mitch Cook, and people, Adam Turner, that are involved in these sports at a high level. We have the streaming capability to help and put these tournaments on where you can get it out to the masses, right? That's what's gonna. If you can do like a live skateboard competition streamed on a Saturday afternoon, they're gonna check it out and they're gonna.
Oh God, yeah,
right.
Especially local, like
it would be cool,
Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Any exposure is gonna help grow the scene.
Get like 10 of the top guys in Nova Scotia would be pretty awesome.
That'd be badass, man. Like I don't skate. I never have. Like. You know what I mean? I think it's super cool, and I've watched like all the shows on Netflix and stuff where they go through the big competitions, and it's awesome. Like I used to love playing Tony Hawk.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I look at like not MMA almost, but jiu-jitsu almost is very equivalent to like the skateboarding, almost MMA too. Like they're those niche sports, man, where like there's gazillions of people follow them, but not like basketball, football, you know?
Yeah.
What I mean? Like
it's its own subculture.
Yeah. I don't know.
You guys still there?
Yeah, buddy.
You still there?
I think he glitched a little bit there.
Yeah, my mom just called, so I had to decline. Like,
no, that's okay. Shout out to Linda.
Kick her off the dial-up, bud.
Yeah, can we get her on here somehow?
We love you, Linda.
It was her birthday.
Get her on.
Send
her the link. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Linda.
Yeah.
That's awesome. She's a sweetheart, man. That's a woman that was at a lot. And she's probably still at. Does she still go to all your shows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Most of them. Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been to a few. Like, did you go to New York when we played down there? I think you did.
New York. No, not New York. I was in Toronto.
Right.
When you were in Toronto. Maybe I was in New York. I can't remember.
I thought I remember you and Evan maybe coming down or.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Man, there's a lot of blurs in my 20s, Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, like.
Yeah.
We'll just fast forward past that part of the conversation and skip to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
But, John, one thing you don't know about Ashley is he's been, like, when it comes to fundraising, kind of like these guys who we just brought on here, the Quartantine Cup, couple guys who raised, did a great job. And it was a nice segue into what Ashley's done for a hell of a long time. Ashley, coming in a small town of Pictou, we're small town guys. It's a small town. Nothing's easy. And, John, you're in the valley. Things are kind of the same. And Ashley's been working for a hell of a long time. Ashley, tell everybody what you've been working on.
Okay, so when my father passed away in 2009, I had a show called The Jam for Jimmy, and it was because he always came to all our shows and he supported everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a bunch of bands to come play, and the money we raised, I decided I'm gonna start raising money for a skate park. So anyway, that's been going on for almost, well, I think it's the 11th or the 12th one was supposed to be this year, I think, or the 11th. I can't remember. But anyway, it got canceled. But so every year I've been putting money towards the skate park, and we're almost at our goal. But it's like we're looking at like $280,000, like a skate park. So I've been fundraising.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got some of our money. Like we spent $30,000 on the skate park design on its own, just the blueprint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really? Wow.
So we got that paid off, and we paid I think it was around $10,000 to get the geotech work done. So they dig in the ground and see what's there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we
Man.
got other government grants and stuff in the bank, and we just actually got a grant coming to us. We got the news last week, but I can't talk about it because the government's gonna announce this.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's looking
Awesome.
pretty good. So hopefully this summer or next
Huge.
summer. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So hopefully
That's a big project.
yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
man.
I have
That's
I have like
super
a tight crew that are helping me with everything. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
we do fundraisers and that kind of stuff, and draws and raffles, but I often thought about reaching out to you guys about doing a jiu-jitsu something, right?
Absolutely.
Tournament and
Yeah, man. We're all
whatever.
about cross promoting.
Mhm.
That's where you do your skate comp. When your new park gets open, you blow the lid off it with a competition that's streamed live. Boom.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that we could easily do, right? No problem.
Yeah.
You got to find some internet, but I'm sure we could figure that out. But it's something, man. Like it's again going back, tying it all together, Ashley, about how long you've been grinding in music. Like how many people fundraise shit? Like people go door to door, and like shout out to all those people that fundraise every year, going door to door to door to door to door to door to door, and doing what you got to do. But that sometimes people get sick of that after 2 years, and they're like, people are. Think of how many hours and grind you've put into this, man. Like, be very proud of yourself, dude. And for our little town, it's a big accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It's
some rough goes there a few different times. I felt like just stopping, but it's just a lot of people come on the scene and they want the skate park, and then we'll have a meeting and there'll be like 40 people there, and then a month later we'll have another meeting and half the people that were there aren't there anymore because they assume that it's going to get built after a meeting or something. You know what I
mean? Next week.
But it takes time.
We don't have the money in Pictou's budget to build this?
Yeah. And people don't understand how expensive they are. Like and they all have to be done by the book, and there's no you can't cheap out on anything. You can't hire you know what I mean? It's like
it's not like the old days where you could put up a wooden structure and be like, give her, right?
Yeah.
Liability is a big thing for everything now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's probably got to have helmets, and there's probably got to be a certain I don't know, we get memberships.
No, there'd be no memberships, but I'm not sure what the helmet laws, how that works nowadays. I mean, I probably should be under 18. You should have to wear, maybe. I don't know. I don't wear one because I'm 40, right? So it's like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jeez, that made him smarter.
Yeah. Is it like a full concrete whole? Everything's concrete, all dug in, and man, that's super cool.
Yeah,
starting to see more of that stuff spring up around Nova Scotia. Like Kentville's got one now that looks really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, towns like that are putting
like
more.
Hubbards. Mount Uniac.
There you go.
Oh, crazy. Well, Ashley's always, if you follow Ashley on Instagram, he's always on the move, dude. He's at random skate parks with his skaters, random kids he's sponsoring, and always doing great videos on them and that kind of stuff. And you're on the move a lot, and you keep the wheels burning, my friend.
Oh yeah. Life's too short to not be moving, right?
Hell yeah!
All over the dark web, like.
The dark web.
Listen to this guy. We'll hear a chopper in the background or something in a second now. Coming in to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
How's life at home?
Oh, it's good.
Quiet.
I was at the shipyard in Halifax, and that got shut down. And then I was working just around Pictou here with Steel Pro, and then I took a layoff because my 3 kids. My ex works at the hospital, so she has to work, and my girlfriend works at the courthouse, so she has to work. So I have, and the babysitters aren't working now, so stay-at-home dad for me.
Hey,
it's good, and it's hard. It's not easy. I don't think it's for everybody. Like
no,
I
got a lot of patience
easy,
sometimes.
I can imagine.
I find just
I see you going around
mode where it's like. Ew. I wake up and it's just like, let's go skateboard, and my kids skate, so it's like, okay, that's something we can do together, and But I feel bad for the the kids that don't have brothers and sisters, and that's kind of sad just to think, or maybe the parents don't want to hang out with their kids. No, just go out and play, or get out, go back in your room. Like it's not. It's hard. I think it's mentally hard on everybody right now. Like no matter.
Absolutely, man. I find the biggest thing with being home with kids is you really don't get any silence till
like
an hour of quiet a day.
Yeah.
I get the opposite. Chelsea, she works from home now, and she won't talk to me. So I sit here all day by myself in silence, just thinking about the podcast.
Chelsea's very serious.
No, just joke.
As soon as you get on the podcast,
exactly.
You're throwing shit at me.
It's cool. I got the old. I don't know if you can see that the blue mats over there.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw your videos.
Yeah, so I've been doing some rolling with the kids. It's kind of funny.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's good though to keep busy, right? It's like especially now. Like I gotta say, like I gotta ask you guys this. Okay, now I did the math today out of all the cases, and no one out there shoot me again. Thank you to everybody working on the front lines and doing what you're doing. But I got to ask, so all the cases in Nova Scotia, you take all the cases, and then you subtract how many people have been not healed. Fuck do you call it? Like
recovered?
Recovered.
Yeah.
Take the total healed. You've been healed. The total minus how many people recovered. Minus how many people, sorry to hear, have passed away. Minus the people still in the hospital, in the homes, in those places. I believe there's under like 70 cases in the whole province.
Really?
I believe, if I am correct. So we are doing a good job, and fingers crossed we're getting close to the end of this. And I'm very sorry to anybody who's involved and has lost anybody. Obviously, it's a terrible, terrible thing. But hopefully we can see an end to this soon. And obviously, I don't know if my numbers are right there, but that's kind of what it seems like to me.
I think people are questioning all the numbers everywhere lately.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. That's the thing. Who knows the truth, right? Like, fucking that's where
some of these numbers you got to ask where they came from too. Like you can go on Worldometers and it'll tell you there's 3 million cases in the world. Some have gone through, some are not. But like, is everybody being tested? Are you making this number up? Like, how could you possibly know the exact amount of cases on the entire planet?
Have you guys seen the thing on YouTube where it's like you can legit see the world meter tracking it, and it's got. Let's see if I can bring this up. Ashley, you can keep talking. I'll see if I can bring this up.
Jamie, bring that up.
That's what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. See if we can get Jamie.
This is when our whole podcast will just glitch out and we'll be done.
So I'm at the bar the other night.
Here we go.
But another thing I heard, but I think Quebec City are opening up their schools.
Really? Down here.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
Push till 19th of May or something. Their next time they're going to reevaluate the schools. Not going to work.
Yeah, I don't want to test it. I think I can do it there, but it's slowing Ashley's thing down.
You mean Quebec?
He was going to do the world meter.
We were talking. I was talking about this world meter, but if you go on, it's like ominous. I was watching for the first 2 days, and it's like.
Right.
That's exactly what you're doing. You're sitting
just like holy shit, man! I gotta turn this off.
Out of yourself.
Yeah.
Just sit in the room.
Yeah,
sit
man.
in the room
For 2 days I was
staring at it like
the first couple weeks I was on the
That's it,
stats
yeah, like,
every single day,
holy
and
shit.
then I stopped. I check every few days now, whatever, out of curiosity, but it's not doing me any good watching the numbers go up every day while you sit here and
It
worry about
definitely
your
isn't,
business
man.
and everything else, right?
Yeah,
So
I took a little break from watching it too.
same, man. It's not helping me. I'm not gonna
It's so
fucking do anything
important.
about it. Like,
No.
you know,
I actually
stay home,
stopped
be
following.
safe.
I had
I
to
don't
unfollow
understand
people.
how some places are.
What were you saying, Ash?
Yeah,
What were you saying, Ashley?
I don't understand. I was just gonna say like how all the restaurants. You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
Sorry.
Yeah, keep it going.
Hello?
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yep.
We're having a little Wi-Fi. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no,
A lot of people streaming stuff right now, so.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering how the drive-throughs and stuff stay open.
I don't know. I haven't visited one. I mean,
I've been getting my Tim Hortons, so I'm like every time I get a coffee, it's like I got 2 weeks to wait it out to see if I'm gonna get sick or.
Seriously, like that's the
Dude,
thing.
but
It's like everybody gets far apart, and then how many people talk to and touch or make contact with the person passing you the coffee in a 5 or 6 or 8 hour shift? Like, did you just shake hands with 400 people? Like,
this is why I get back to. This is what I was getting back to like 5 seconds ago about the number of cases, right? And how many things do you come in contact every day before this without washing your hands? Like before this, like I didn't wash my hands 6 times a day before this and rub my hands dry. Like, no, you didn't. No one did.
Yeah,
anybody,
did.
especially
Absolutely.
men. All those men are bullshit. How many men have you walked in the washroom, used a urinal beside them, and they walked out?
I'm not one of those filthy
I'm not either, but there's
exactly what you're
probably
talking
7 out of 10 men are.
Yeah.
Like
wipe
filthy
your ass
animals.
And walk out like nothing's going on. Disgusting.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's right.
Don't even get me started on that, man. It drives me crazy.
They might have been just in there checking their phone, like, right?
Probably fiddling their dick.
Right.
Fucking just dodge on. Yeah.
It's true though. Like, yeah, it's
fucking dirty bastards.
Whoa. Keep it PG, John Foster. What, Ashley, what's, man, we segued a lot from raising a lot of money to that, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't wash your hands in the washroom.
I almost put the phone down, just left the room, like.
Just click.
Yeah.
What's the future got planned for the Kitchen Criminals, man? This is a band. Obviously, it's close to our club. Haley plays in the band. 2 other pretty talented musicians. What's the plan? You guys have been turning it up here a little bit lately.
Yeah. Well, we just put this out, maybe 3 weeks ago. It's our new album, and
awesome.
We're lucky. We picked I can't remember the date. It was March something. We had our CD release party at the DeCoste Center.
Yeah.
But if we would have had it the next weekend, it would have been canceled, right? So.
Oh man.
But anyway, I'll show you the.
Look at
show you the CD.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get
yeah, cool.
Kitchen Criminals has the fork. The fork is like the jail, you know.
Yeah.
Just a
it's a slick name. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haley plays a fiddle reel called Kitchen Criminals, so that's where it kind of came from.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, we got just put out that new album, and we planned on doing a brewery tour this summer. And we had a bunch of gigs booked this summer, weddings and stuff. So I'm not sure if we're going to be playing any of that stuff. I don't know. But so we're just kind of playing it by ear. We've been talking about getting online and trying to jam on Zoom or something, but it hasn't happened yet. So who knows?
Yeah. It's like anything, right? Like you guys are kind of in the same line of a lot of people, you know, us too, right? Like
you're in entertainment, you're in limbo. Yeah.
What do you do, right? If there's no events going on, if there's no restaurants open, there's nowhere to play, right?
All these bands come back around, start playing. They all sound like shit because they never practiced in like months.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Only playing by yourself for months and months.
Who was I talking to? Who were we talking to the other night? Let me see here. I thought we were talking to Mike McGrath there the other night about that, talking about Stonehouse Band. Yeah, you know, and we actually have you might know the guy coming on next Friday, Ashley, Mike Tribblecock from the Killjoys.
Okay, yeah.
He's coming on next Friday night. Yeah, it's been a long time since I heard their names.
I have a couple of their albums. They were big back in high school there. Right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. It's funny when I lived in Toronto with Peter Anthony. We used to go to this place called the Drake Hotel in the west part of Toronto, and there was this guy there, and I'd be like, I don't know if did you go there with us when you one of the times you came out? I don't know if you remember if you did come up if we did go to that bar or not. Actually, it was the West End, but. We'd go there, and I'd end up in the top part of this bar, and because Brad McDonald, this buddy of mine, owned it or managed it. Long story short, I'd end up at the top part of the bar, and this guy would be sitting there, and I'd be like, "Man, that guy looks familiar." And long story short, he was the lead singer of what's it? Every Day Now.
The Tea Party.
I love
My Life is a Stereo. The Watchmen. The Watchmen.
Oh!
Yeah.
That CD right now.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the truck right now. I was listening to it like 2 days ago.
They're a good band.
Was super talented. Yeah. Ashley,
singer,
I can only see half your face, homie. Now I can see half. There you go. Sandra DeCoste is that's another member of your band. That's right, I forgot.
Right.
She was just saying March 7th.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're reading comments.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I think that's maybe when the CD came out.
Yeah, that's exactly when it came out. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like the 18th, we were shut down.
A little story about that. We it was a great show. It was probably one of my favorite shows I've ever played. Like we basically filled the DeCoste Center and sold a bunch of CDs and T-shirts. It was something like, something that
memorable.
I was just worried about too, right? Like it's like, if we don't sell so many tickets, we're not gonna be able to pay for the venue. Well, you know what it's like, right? It's a gamble.
Calculated gambling.
Just certainly a gamble.
Yeah, but it all went well, and so that was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and then
I gotta say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the next weekend everything was shut down, so it's like
man,
lucky.
An absolute high to an absolute low.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Troy Greencorn? Eh? He's done a fantastic job down there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does a great job. Super nice guy too. And his wife runs the wellness center.
Yeah.
So she actually books my band quite a bit too, and Troy books us. Yeah, so they help us out a lot.
Cool. Yeah, they've helped us out in the past too, and man. But so if anybody isn't aware, they run Standfest as well, and unfortunately they're canceled too. And that goes back to what you say, man. Like there's who knows what's going to happen, right? So. Man, hopefully they can maybe come up with like some like a summer festival lineup or something like there's no reason that people. But I don't know what's going to happen. I honest to God, I think it's gonna come maybe at least up to 50 people. You're allowed to have 50 people at least.
Yeah, who knows?
Fuck, I would think.
Really expensive tickets and 50 people.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to solve the world. I don't know. Any final thoughts for us, Ashley George?
Oh, I hope you guys keep this show on the go, and hopefully we get the skate park built, and maybe I could come back and we'll talk about it. And
hell yeah, man!
Maybe we can
anything. If you ever want to come on, if there's new tell everybody where they can find your clothing. It's all over the place, and it's like John said, it's a great name, great design.
Yeah, well, right now you could buy skateboards at like HAF in Truro and Pro Skates in Halifax and Limitless, and anything on Facebook or Instagram, Black Belt Machete. You can just send a message and I'll hook you up. Right?
There you go.
Awesome.
5-finger discount. Boom, boom, and a boom. Ashley George, my friends, an entrepreneur, an athlete, a hell of a round good guy. The part of the Kitchen Criminals, the head of Black Belt Machete. The head of the Scorpianos from 1999, and an all-out badass.
More kids you can shake a stick at, like.
All right,
thanks, guys.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, Ashley.
Lots of love to everybody in Pictou. There you go, folks. Ashley George. What a guy! What a guy! Good guy, good friend for a lot of years, John.
Oh man, that story about him walking up to the mat. As soon as he started talking about it, I was like, I know exactly where this is going. And that had to have been Oh man, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Like it was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's been training like probably as long as I have. I would say like Ashley and I probably Ashley for a long time trained by himself with like one or two other people kind of thing, and not in the club. He would do like just with Jared, kind of privates, like two or three times a week.
A few people that do that.
Yeah, hey, but then he slowly. The thing is with him, he was always working with kids and stuff, and he couldn't always make it. And so
evenings are tough with family.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like with his family, he's always involved. Just last week, I went back home, and like you see him cruising down the street with the 3 kids in the van, heading over to the skate. Like where I don't know where he was going, but like just. I love that seeing people who are good parents. Like, you know, like there's too much negativity in the world. And like when you see someone like yourself, right? Like how often do I tell you you're a good dad or whatever? Like maybe not often, but I'm telling you now, right? Like, you know, and it's all bullshit, but you know what I mean? but you know what I'm saying? It's important to be nice to one another.
That's been one of the best things about this quarantine, man. Is just spend more time with the kids, but you know you got to put the effort in. Like we still have things to do with responsibilities. We still have certain things we have to do with the business, even if we're not open. You know, there's taxes and all that bullshit. But yeah, like been spending a ton of time with the kids, man, and running around and playing kick the can. Like I'm getting cardio in because they want to do stuff, right? They essentially need to be like run or entertained. You know?
Yeah, for anybody who isn't aware, too, John doesn't just have kids; he also has a pig, a pet pig, Bonnie pig.
Bonnie the pig.
Bonnie the pig. Man, you got to get the pig on here for an episode.
I'll try. She doesn't like to be picked up, but that pig is outrageous. Like I was outside today, and I just stuck her on the ground, and she just dinks around and digs and runs around. And barks and has fun. It's hilarious.
Would she sit in like a baby harness, like on your chest?
No, she would scream her head off. I guarantee. It's a real like that's one of the things. Like so, you know, context. I've had this pig for a few weeks now. We've been fostering. I get a little pot-bellied pig, but we've always had dogs and cats and stuff growing up. You know, we have a dog now. But the difference between a prey animal and a predator. Like, the dog wants to be picked up and held involved and all this. The pig really likes to be rubbed, but as soon as you pick its feet up off the ground, it starts to panic. So you got to, like, train them through that and stuff, which is different, right? They're super moody, and, it's been interesting, It's
things you wouldn't really think of, you know, like...
Yeah.
You see the cute sides of it, but you don't see the regular side of it, right?
Super smart, super funny, like lots of character, but like it's a finicky little animal, man.
Yeah, well, good for you. I'm fascinated by your stories. Like one day you're building a chicken coop, the next day you're looking after a pig, and the next day you're whatever you're building. You're very talented in a lot of different ways, much like my buddy Evan. And I love things like that. People that are talented in a lot of different ways, and it motivates me. You know, people say that I'm kind of like that too, but it's far from the truth. I'm obsessed with things,
man.
but
it's
talent in different ways, right? You know, it's to be hands-on and knacky is such an important skill in this day and age.
A lot of it's just trying, man. Anything, you know, you have a problem, you figure out how to solve it, you try solving it yourself, you see if you can figure it out. A lot of things go together and come apart in a logical way. And with YouTube and the internet now, man, like I've been tattooing for probably 12 or 13 years now, if you look back on it. But I learned how to do that from YouTube on my own when there was like 5 tattoo videos out. Yeah. Now the content online for anything, not just tattooing, is incredible. Like if you have any kind of aptitude for following instruction, if you train jiu-jitsu and you've gotten through years of classes where you learn how to learn, essentially, you can go online and learn shit.
Yeah, that's true. But I struggle. Like even right there, like while you were talking, I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Well, as a student in jiu-jitsu, I usually see a move like 3 or 4 times because I'll catch the beginning and I'll space out, and I'll catch the middle and I'll space out, right? So it's lucky that I'm usually teaching when I'm on the mats. For that sense, but yeah, man.
I've done
YouTube,
that.
You can rewind.
Yeah, that's true. Well, shout out to anybody who's being interviewed for us. Like sometimes I'm spacing out on what you're talking about. I don't mean to be ignorant, but like what? So like sometimes it just takes me like I don't know about you, John, but I'm kind of
man.
Just like what? Stuff. Oh, I'm actually doing an interview here. I don't know, like what? I thought it was supper time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's all good, man. There's a lot going on, right?
Yeah, there is a lot going on, but we got a great episode tomorrow night, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. I just confirmed it here.
I'm looking forward to it as well, man.
Yeah, we got anybody who's a hockey fan, folks. Tomorrow night, a guy who, man, I can't say too much about this guy other than positive. I've been a fan of him my whole life. He's been my childhood idol since I saw that damn bandana and the square helmet. Kelly Rudy, the former NHL hockey goalie. We're going to bring him on. We get to interview him. And before him, we're going to interview my friend who works in the rental car industry right now and kind of talk to him about how bad they're struggling right now. No one really is talking about the rental car industry, and
a lot of industries.
Yeah, a lot of industries hurting. The ones that aren't getting bailouts and hurting. So we're going to talk to him, Andrew McLeod, for a few minutes about the rental car industry, and then we're going to bring on Kelly Rudy and talk all hockey for a good 45 minutes. John, super excited about it.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. There's a specific hockey card I've been trying to track down that I remember from when I was in like grade 3. We'll see. If nothing else, I know I can find a picture of it.
Nice.
I got to ask him about it. It's like probably the most memorable hockey card I've ever seen.
With him in it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
No, it's Wayne Gretzky card. I just wanted to ask him.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't get those questions often. Like, so what's it like playing with Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, what's Gretzky like, man?
Fuck, man, really?
No, that will not be the question.
20 years. So, what's it like playing with Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah.
Do you know Wayne Gretzky? Have you talked to Wayne lately? Just that'd be so embarrassing. No, I'm really excited actually to talk to him, man. He's
a big one, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and a guy that stayed involved with his sport, and so that'll be very cool.
Very motivating for a lot of kids. So, all right, man. We'll catch up tomorrow night, John. We got episode 40 in the books. Looking forward to episode 41 tomorrow night. Everyone out there, thank you for tuning in. Everyone out there as well, working on the front lines, thank you. Lots of love. And thanks to our sponsors behind us, Privateer Harley-Davidson, Old Road Barbecue, Perpetual Services, and Iron Supplements. If you can be anything in this world, John,
be kind.
I love you, buddy. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bud. Cheers. Woo!